What country has the tallest building here in the World Showcase? Stay tuned to find out on today's Provost Park Pass. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Amanda Provost with Provost Park Pass, and today we are taking you on a trip around the world without even leaving Florida. That's right, we are going exploring all of the amazing countries here at Epcot at Walt Disney World. I hope you brought your passports. Let's travel around the world. All right, Chris, take us to our first country.
Director Ryan, who helped start this channel, is from Canada. So, in honor to him, we're gonna start in Canada. In Canada, the Canada Pavilion, it's a love letter to the outdoors. They have waterfalls, canyons, gardens, pools, and giant totem poles. There are 3 totem poles here in the Canadian Pavilion. Now, 2 of them, they are made of fiberglass. The one right behind me is actually carved from wood. And what it is, it's depicting a story. The wooden totem pole depicts the raven tricking the sky chief to releasing the sun, moon, and stars from the sky chest. It's a little over 30 feet tall. At the very top, if you look underneath the elbow, you can see a hidden Mickey. These totem poles are up to 30 feet tall, but for those people in Canada, that's 9 meters. Here in the Canadian Pavilion, they have these amazing Victorian gardens, and they're inspired by the real-life gardens. I think they're called Butchart, I don't know how to pronounce that, B-U-T-C-H-A-R-T gardens. But these gardens are amazing. Here's an interesting fact about them. These gardens are the largest gardens of all the natural gardens at all the pavilions in Epcot, and they are the most labor intensive for the Disney employees to maintain, and they're meticulous. Gardening and grooming this. Horticulture is what I'm talking about, guys. Horticulture. Also, you gotta see the canyons. Let's walk through the canyons here at Canada Pavilion. This is awesome. It's like Niagara Falls. A lot of the world showcases, they have something awesome. They want to promote their country and all that. And here in Canada, they have the Canada Far and Wide. It's a beautiful theater. You go in and watch a movie all about Canada. Far and wide. Wait, far and wide. Far and wide. The Far and Wide attraction started in January 17, 2020, and it replaced the long-running tradition of Oh Canada. Oh Canada. Now, you'll notice in Canada here, there's not a lot of buildings. You have like, they have the Canada like wine cellar. They got this building here, the Northwest Mercantile, because they chose to have more gardens and canyons and pools. They really wanted to showcase nature, which is what Canada is known for. Each of the world showcases, they always have merchandise promoting their particular country. You can buy kind of like swag, shirts, everything you want. Right now, we're looking at Canada. Woo! Now, I've been told this, I don't know if this is true. The Canadian flag, it's got red, maple leaf, and red. I was told that the 2 red ends, that represents the ocean at the ends of the country, and this white part, the maple leaf, represents the wilderness. Now, I don't know if that's really true, because you think that if there was oceans, it might be blue, but hey, I don't know. Canada, you're awesome. Unlike the Magic Kingdom, which didn't serve alcohol until 2012, Epcot, they have alcohol all over the place. And I mean, it's right here. And one of the popular things to do for people is they like to do what's called drinking around the world. They get drink in every one of the countries that go around the world, or they'll do what's called eating around the world. You get some food from each of the countries all the way around the world. So for this video, we are gonna try some food in every one of the lands. Canada, let's get that Canadian cheddar and bacon soup. Hey everybody, I'm not alone today. I have some help here. So of course, you know, Thumbnail Dave is doing all the camera work. And Thumbnail Dave is super excited because he lived in Canada for a couple years.
I'm half, look at those eyes, I'm half Canadian.
And we also have Jules Chan. You can follow her on Instagram. It's the girl with the passport tattoo. She's a flight attendant and she does all kinds of travel advice for traveling during the world in the pandemic. She is trying this. What's that?
So this is a beer. It is an apricot with maple syrup, and you can really taste this maple syrup.
All right. And I'm trying the beef filet mignon. Let's get that Canadian cheddar and bacon soup. Oh, that's good. Did you know that the border between Canada and America is the world's longest undefended border? Yeah, it's true. Go Canada. Now we are entering into the UK Pavilion. I think this is how they say hello there. Cheerio. You have to check out the architecture when you come into the United Kingdom Pavilion. First off, you see this right here. It's called the Tea Caddy. Now this represents what the houses looked like in the 1600s. Thatched roof. If you go inside, it's dark, the ceilings are low. But then going on to the next one, this represents an English Tudor. This is about the 1700s. You'll notice that they have the Tudor windows. This is when the iron lighting started coming out. Then in the next building, you see the neoclassic fashion with the ornate stained glass windows. Attention to detail. 1600s, 1700s, 1800s. Right there. Another amazing detail here is the chimneys. If you look at the chimneys, they're painted black. That's to represent the soot. There used to be a lot of soot in England. So check out the soot on the chimneys. As you walk down the cobblestones, you're gonna come to an amazing replica. Thank you. You're gonna come to an amazing replica of Hyde Park. Now, I used to live in London. I lived there for 6 months going to school right by Hyde Park, and it's amazing. It's a great throwback. I love that time. And something really cool is they even have a little replica hedge maze. I'm in the park right now. I feel like it's me flying a kite, you know? Let's go fly a kite up to the highest height. The sand is soaring up to the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. Wish me luck, guys. I'm gonna go into the hedge maze. I hope I make it out. Where are you, Dave? Dave? Oh, what movie is this from? Oh my gosh! Mary. Cheerio. Oh my gosh, guys, it's Mary Poppins, one of my favorite. You look just practically perfect in every way.
Very kind.
Oh, thank you.
You had your spoonful of sugar this morning.
I did. I had my spoonful of sugar. Helps the medicine go down. As you can see where Mary Poppins is, that's a stage. They used to have bands come here and perform like song, and they do covers from popular bands from England, the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Rolling Stones, all of them. It was great fun. Unfortunately, because everything's going on, they're not doing it anymore. But you can come back here for a meet and greet, and you can meet Mary Poppins herself. You can find other characters periodically popping up on the stage. Winnie the Pooh, Alice in Wonderland. What do they all have in common? England. As you're walking along, you're gonna see these red things here. This is their post office box. Like, you know how in America we have the blue mailboxes? Well, here they call them post, the post box. It was announced at the 2019 D23 that they were going to create a brand new Cherry Lane and have a Mary Poppins attraction. Unfortunately, that has been put on what Disney calls delayed. So we don't know if we're ever going to be getting that attraction. I wish they would have. I think it'd be great, but we don't know what's going to happen now. Right behind me is the Rose and Crown Pub. Now in England, there are pubs all over the place. I've seen them. Disney Imagineers went back there to do some research when they're coming up with this idea here, and they found that the two most common words in almost every pub's name was Rose or Crown. So what do? They combined them and made the Rose and Crown Pub right here. You get lots of delicious drinks and food in there. Let's go check it out. So it's like just like you're inside a real pub here in England. We've been assigned a little spot number 2 because of social distancing. But you can go up to the bar, you can order yourself something, and you come back to your area, drink, sip, whatever you want. Oftentimes they used to have a piano player here playing, but because of restrictions, they're no longer doing that. This is a fun place to be. Bag of crisps. They don't call them potato chips in England or chips. They call them crisps. Oh my! He's like, it's like America's the only one that calls them chips. Like we did it first, and we were here before you, and we'll be here after you guys. Now right behind me, they have what's called fish and chips, and when those chips are like French fries. One of the things that they do there in England, wow, it's getting so foggy here. One of the things, because we're in England, that's why we're getting out of the fog. One of the things that they do in England is on the fish and chips, they pour vinegar all over it. It sounds really gross, but when you try it, it's delicious. So now we're gonna try our chips. I got Guinness chips. They are vinegar and salt like crazy. And Jules is gonna have the most traditional English drink there is. Go for it, Jules.
Gin and tonic, down the hatch. Cheers. I love it, good gin and tonic.
These taste amazing. Do you like vinegar?
Love it. Ooh. Oh, they're good.
Thumbnail Dave. Do you like vinegar?
My favorite kind.
Brown vinegar.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh, look at my leg, look at my leg.
You got it?
I named that ladybug Penelope. Penelope. Seems like a good English name. Now we're leaving England going into France, going to the French Pavilion, the France World Showcase. As you go from England to France, you can notice you walk over some water. This is supposed to represent the English Channel. Now, do you think the French call it the English Channel? I doubt it. They probably call it the French Channel, but still, I don't know. And if you notice this Eiffel Tower in the distance, this is one of the largest attractions that you cannot get to. And imagine if they try to build it really big to make it look really tall, but it's forced perspective. The Imagineers are worried that birds would land on it, ruining the illusion of how big it is. So what do? They put all these little tiny like bird repellent things on there to keep the birds away from the Eiffel Tower. Now that we're entering France, let's say hello. Bonjour. Some fun little details you gotta kind of keep your eyes out for is if you look down there, you can see there's been an artist painting on the river. Was it Seine? I don't know how to pronounce the river there. But look, they're doing some artwork. It's very French, very passionate, very like love. You'll notice as you come by here in the French Pavilion, they have like a lot of the arts and things like that. There's like little benches. It looks like the artists that have their paints, the tubes of paints. They've been painting. The French Pavilion is designed to look like the Parisian neighborhoods in France. Paris, specifically. And you notice the architecture is awesome. Now, it looks like it just kind of ends there, but it goes way back there. There's some really good restaurants back there, some great French food. This is where you get some of the very best desserts in all of Epcot. Towards the back, you're gonna see the cinema, and they have this where you go in and you can watch a movie. The first movie that they have here is called The Impressions of France. That is an original film that's been playing here since opening day of 1982. Now, they have that film and they rotate it with Beauty and the Beast sing-along. So if you're a fan of Beauty and the Beast, this is where you come. You can sing along and have a great time. Be our guest, be our guest. With our... In 2017, they announced that they're gonna have the Ratatouille ride here in the France Pavilion. It's amazing. Now, you can see there's Ratatouille here. You're gonna walk right there, it's back there, and that's where the entrance is gonna be. It was supposed to open in the summer, July of 2020, but because of what's going on in the world, it's been pushed back. We don't know what's gonna be opening up, but rumors are it's very, very close. Now, this ride is amazing. It's a trackless ride. And if you wanna watch a video all about the secrets revealed of the Ratatouille ride, you can click right over here. I never know which side to point to. So when you walk back there, there's a little tiny street. You wanna go back here because this is where they have some of the best food and desserts. It's almost hidden. If you are a fan of ice cream, this is where you can come and get some ice cream. They're made from scratch, 16 different flavors. Or you go right back here and they have a bunch of really delicious French food. You can get a ham and cheese sandwich here. It's amazing. It's on a baguette. Oh, it's so good. Hey, yes. I don't even know. I want it all. The eclair? Wait. Have you had the macaroon? Should I get them both? Yeah. She said to get them both. I'm gonna get the chocolate eclair and the macaroon. Oh, and I want the Napoleon, but we have like what? I have like 8 more lands to go to, so I can't fill up. I seriously could have ordered anything. The Napoleon, oh, right there. The tart, is it the tarte de frisée? I don't know how to pronounce that. You got the creme brulee, and then just the macaroon cookies. Those are my very favorite things. The donuts. Look at these cookies. This croissant dipped in chocolate. It's a croissant dipped in chocolate, guys. Look at the size of these chocolate chips. This is a chocolate eclair. So it's pastry, and then inside there's chocolate like pudding cream and chocolate on top of it.
Oh, it's pretty rich. Oh my gosh, that's just so, I miss France.
So he's got a clean fork and clean knife, and we're trying to cut this in force. I think it's just gonna collapse, but we'll try. Oh, no, I'm ruining it. I'm ruining it. This is the best dessert I've ever had in my life. This is the best freaking dessert I've ever had in my life. I'm not even joking. I can't even describe it. That's the best thing I've ever tasted in my life. That's the best thing I've freaking ever tasted in my life, right now. I'm supposed to share it, but I don't want to share it. Wait, there's only 3 of us, there's 4 bites. It's like an angel came down and wept tears of joy into your mouth, and then like a rainbow shoots out, and then you see the tunnel, and you see the light at the tunnel, and the light comes and it's getting bigger and bigger, and you realize, oh my gosh, this is the end of my life, but it's worth it because I had this. That's the best description I could give you.
I see raspberries, and what is this white stuff?
It's like a tart. It's like a lemon curd.
Ooh.
And then there's like raspberry jam.
Okay, here we go. Down the hatchet. That is so good. You weren't kidding. That raspberry jam, it's light, it's fluffy, it's so flavorful. And that, whatever that curd is, that's so delicious.
Thumbnail Dave is gonna try it now.
There's a lot of hype behind it.
If you don't want it, I'll have it. Oh, he left the curd.
I'm trying. That's a big bite.
Yeah, you can do it. Oh, he can't do it.
Maybe not.
It's very good. I'm not at Chris's level, but it's really good.
He's not very cultured.
You wanna know what?
He's not very cultured.
It is definitely by far the best macaroon I've ever had.
Well, you guys, I have some sad news. After Thumbnail Dave's less than amazing review of this, he's no longer here anymore. So, just kidding. He's behind the camera. He's still here. Now we are leaving France and we're going to go into Morocco. The thing that you're going to notice as you walk from France to Morocco, that the pavement gets darker and darker and darker. That still represents the Straits of Gibraltar. I know what you're thinking. You said, but Chris, the Straits of Gibraltar are between Spain and Morocco. But there is no Spain here, so they just get it between France and Morocco. The Strait of Gibraltar. Morocco was the first addition to Epcot. It opened on September 7th, 1984. It's designed to look like a Moroccan market. Let's go explore it. Now, most of these pavilions, they have some type of attraction or like a movie to showcase the country. Here in Morocco, though, they had a dinner show where they go in, they had like belly dancing and amazing food. Unfortunately, that's been closed right now because of COVID. But this is awesome. They also have a little tea time museum and lots of shops. Every other World Pavilion is sponsored by a company. This is the only pavilion that's actually sponsored by the government of that country. The Moroccan government sponsors this one. Now you're gonna see some amazing tile work as you walk throughout. This tile work is awesome. The Moroccan government was so excited to do this that King Hassan II, he sent Moroccan artisans here to do all the tile work. They did it themselves, and they did it for free. Now, you wanna look at this tile work because in every one of the things that has tiles, there is one mistake, because they believe in the tradition that the only person who can do something perfect is Allah. And so they always make mistakes because only He has perfection. This is where you can really see the tile work. As you go in, you can see there's this market here, this Moroccan market. You can buy jewelry, clothing, wares, just like you would at a typical Moroccan market. When you come in here, the first thing you can smell, it smells like incense. It smells delicious. Oh, and it's called a bazaar. Amanda. So for those of you who don't know, my wife Amanda has an aversion to little metal coins and things like that. It's her phobia. That would be the worst thing for her. I think it's gorgeous, but that would be her nightmare. I'm just learning how to say hello. Salam alaikum.
Yes, exactly.
There, I got it! At the very back end of the Morocco Pavilion, you can come to a restaurant called the Restaurant Marrakesh. This is one of my very favorite restaurants in all of Epcot. Unfortunately, because of what's happened in COVID, it's now closed, which makes me so sad. I hope one day that it will reopen. They had like entertainment of like belly dancers, amazing food. It was great. I just learned another Moroccan word, habibi. It means beloved. Hey everybody, here I am with my friend Tariq, and he's gonna teach us how to say goodbye.
All right, in Morocco we do say ma'a salama, which means I leave you with safety.
So, ma salama, which means we leave you in safety.
Oh yes. Until next time, because we want you to stay safe and great. Until next time we meet, we have even more fun and more great.
There we go.
Safety first.
Safety first, and then we'll have fun.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Tariq.
Air 5.
Oh, everybody. So these got some great names here in Morocco. They got the Maracariта, the Habibi Daiquiri, which you learned that's the beloved daiquiri. We got Sultan's Colada. So here we are, we're just about ready to leave Morocco. We had to get some food. So we got the beef tefka pocket. It's got beef, onions, tomatoes. It's a little bit spicy, and it's in like this, she's having problems.
It's falling apart a little bit. But it's the ground beef. Sometimes there's lamb in it, onions, grilled onions, and some tomato in it. So here we go. Oh, that's so flavorful.
Is it like spicy, hot, or just spicy?
Oh, it's like a perfect mixture of different herbs and different things in there. It's all ground, like mixed in with the meat. It's delicious. Woo! Love it.
All right, now we're leaving Morocco. Now we're going into Japan. The first thing you notice when you come into the Japan World Showcase is this pagoda. You'll notice there's 5 levels to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's because it's believed in the Buddhist tradition that the universe is made up from 5 different elements, and each one of those levels represents one of those elements. It starts with, on the lowest level, earth, water, fire, wind, and sky. Right as you also, when you enter into Japan Pavilion, you're gonna see this little statue here. It's beautiful. This was a gift from the Japanese government to the Magic Kingdom when it opened in 1971. Now, when Epcot opened, they moved that statue from there over here because they felt like this is where it belonged. When you enter into Japan, you're gonna look against the water. You can see this gate here. It's called the Torii Gate. It's welcoming people into Japan. As you enter into the Japan Pavilion, you're gonna see there is a castle, Japanese castle, and it even has a gate and a moat to protect it, and then a huge giant market. This is one of my favorite lands. It's a lot of fun. Let's go explore it. Right before you go in, there is a moat. There's a moat. You have to walk over the moat to see the castle. You walk across this bridge and boom, the moat, it goes all the way around the castle. I just came in here and I was like telling him, how do you say hello in Japanese? And he started telling me, I was like, oh my gosh, of course, everybody knows that. It's konnichiwa. welcome. This store is really fun. There's all kinds of things. They've got modern, they've got pop things. There's all kinds of things, lots of fun things to see. It's a fun store to explore. The blue shell of death. Wait, I think that's the worst weapon that's ever been created in a video game. Changed my mind. Godzilla. Of course you have to have that. Like the pop section of the store and going into the modern section. Now we're heading into the accessory portion of the store. I'm so embarrassed. I just wanted to ask, how do you say goodbye? And everybody's like, sayonara. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know that too. How do you say yes? Hi? Hi. How do you say no? Niye? EEA? That's a lot to say no. EEA. Hi is yes. And then to say Japan in Japanese, is it Nippon? I don't even know what a ramen party is, but I would go. Now we're going into traditional Japan, and then the section after that is my very favorite section. Let's go to traditional Japan first. I think I just found a ninja outfit for sale. I've been so patient. Let's go to the market, come on. They have crazy food here. It's so fun. Okay, this is one of my very favorite things. It's called ramune. It's this Japanese soda. Now this Japanese soda has a marble in it. I know, you're thinking, wait, well that was horrible. You want to drink a marble. No. What you do is you slam it down and then it gets locked in this little gasket. And as you drink it, you can hear the marble rattling, but it can't come back up. It's so fun. I just love it. This is so fun, guys. You can buy all different flavors over there, but if you want a cold one, then you come up to here, and they have the original flavor. I think I know more Japanese than I thought. I was just asking, I asked Mommy, I'm like, how do you say cheers? She's like, kanpai. I'm like, I knew that too. Oh, how do you say thank you?
You know it.
Oh, arigatou gozaimasu?
Domo arigato.
Domo arigato. So this is called a ramune. It's one of my very favorite things that they get in Japan. When you open up the lid, be careful because this little thing, you need this little tool, okay? It's here, I'm wiping it off. You can see the marbles right in there, do you see it? You put this on top just like this. 1, 2, 3. And now, oh wait, where's my marble? Oh, my marble didn't go through. There we go. And you can see the little marble is in the bottom of the thing right there. I hope Jules and Dave can do it better than I did, because that usually it's more fun than that, and I was so nervous to be on camera for the first time. It's my favorite thing I've ever had in my entire life. Can you hear it? It's a real glass marble. My father-in-law, Dr. Taylor, Dr. T, he was so fascinated by this, he took it apart, looked at the gasket and everything. All right, Jules and Thumbnail Dave are now opening up. Careful, don't lose your little thing there. You can see the marble. First one to stop loses. Oh. You guys, we're in the Japan Pavilion. This is nuts though. Look at this. Washing your hands. This is an illusion. Right now, it's only raining in the Japanese Pavilion. If you were anywhere else in Epcot, it's not raining. They're doing this right now to simulate a monsoon. I'm totally kidding. That's not true at all. It's raining, for real. We're gonna do paper, rock, scissors. The odd man has to go throw the garbage in the garbage can. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh! For a very long time, the Disney Imagineers have wanted to build an indoor attraction right here at Epcot. Wow, it just got done raining, guys, and it's like fogging up like crazy. So humid. So they wanted to build an indoor attraction roller coaster based on Mount Fuji. It'd be very similar to what they have at Disneyland, the Matterhorn ride. They just haven't done it yet. But wouldn't that be awesome? A Mount Fuji roller coaster. That'd be amazing. Now we're leaving Japan and we're going into America. And this is how they say hello in America. Hello, hey, what's up? How you doing? Forget about it. What's up? Dog, yo, what? All of those greetings are acceptable. Of course, the very first food item you get in America is what? Funnel cake. This here pavilion is called the American Adventure, and it's all based on really about American history. And if you look at it, when you come into America, it's all looks like the not 1970s. That does not look like the 1970s at all. It looks like the 1770s. I don't know what happened there. My mind literally just stopped. You guys, it's really hot. I'm sweating a lot. My mind, I think I just had a short circuit right there. Let me do that again. All right, take two. Okay, so they're here in America, the Great American Adventure. It's all based around the 1770s, like 1776, with like our founding fathers. It's really awesome. It's a little bit different though than the other pavilions. The other pavilions, they really showcase their culture and what's going on and have all kinds of cool things like that. This is more in the past. There's a show in there, and the show talks about the American history. Goes through what our country has come to become. You think I would have the easiest time in America, and it's just stressing me out. All right, here we go. You get to go inside, and there's a really cool show all about American history, showcasing how our country got it where it is today. It's really fun. Now, some cool facts about America. When they originally were building Epcot, they were going to place America right between Canada and Mexico, as it should be, right? But the Disney Imagineers were worried, because that's the entrance of Epcot coming into World Showcase. They're worried that tourists would only come in to see America and then turn around and leave, and they wouldn't have any interest in going to the rest of Epcot. So what do? They put America on the opposite end of Epcot, thinking that way people would have to come all the way through to see America. Which is kind of funny because it's really not the most popular pavilion. I mean, it's a good pavilion, but everybody loves all the other pavilions. Just goes to show. The world's great, no matter where you live. Now, if you look at that building, there is 100, oh man, I'm so hot, I can't remember the numbers. Well, if you look outside of the building, you're gonna see a whole bunch of bricks. How many bricks are there? There's 110,000 of them. I'll count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's gonna be a while, guys. Made from Georgia red clay, dried in the sun to look authentic. When you go inside, you're gonna see a show, and it's narrated by Mark Twain and Benjamin Franklin. They talk about American history. I think it's interesting to have them together because they basically lived 100 years apart, never met. When you get ready to see this show, they're gonna take you upstairs. The reason they take you upstairs is because all the animatronics and computer equipment to run the show is underneath the seats where you're sitting on the first level, so you sit on the second level. Right when you come in the rotunda, as you enter, if you turn to the left, you're gonna see this this World War II B-17 bomber. It's a little bit of an optical illusion. You see the nose of this plane right here. If you stand here and walk past it, continually looking at the nose, it'll look like the nose of the plane is shifting slightly, always a little bit ahead of you. Now inside the rotunda, you're gonna see some floor work and you're gonna see some stars. There are exactly 50 stars, 1 star for every state. So right across from the pavilion there, you see what's called the American Gardens Amphitheater. And what they do is they have performers from all the other countries come and perform here. It's a lot of fun, some really good shows. They also have the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. It's amazing barbecue, like amazing. Okay, so here we are inside the Regal Smokehouse. We ordered some food. Thought this would be a good place to settle down. I'm having a Coca-Cola. I don't drink cola a lot because it's got caffeine, and caffeine makes you really hyper, but I figured, why not? We're in America. I also ordered the dry rub Memphis ribs and freedom fries, French fries. So now we're leaving, we just left America and we're going into Italy. The architecture is reminiscent of St. Mark's Campanelli's bell tower right there. It is fun. This is one of Amanda's very favorite lands. It's got some really good restaurants. It's a lot of fun and it's very romantic. As you enter Italy, you're gonna see these amazing columns. The columns are the architecture style of San Marco and San Theodoro. All right, so this shop right here is called the Il Bel Cristiano. The exterior is supposed to represent the Sistine Chapel. Right behind me is the Ponte della Paglia. It's also known as the Neptune Fountain. It's very reminiscent of the fountain they have in Rome. And I've been there, and it's amazing. And all these people, they sit around it and they drink their wine and eat pasta and throw coins in the fountain, and they fall in love there a lot. The Italy World Showcase is so much fun. It's got great food, some great restaurants. In fact, this restaurant right over here, Tutto Italia, is Amanda's favorite restaurant. Speaking of Amanda, let's go over to her and she can take us through the rest of the lands. Amanda, take it away. There's too much Epcot. There's too much Epcot, guys. We thought we could do this all in one video, but we can't. So here's what we do. We're gonna break this video down into 2 parts. And we're gonna have Amanda take over the rest of the lands at Epcot, give you all the serious goods and details of the rest of the lands. And that video will be coming out tomorrow. That's right, we had to break this down in 2 videos because there's just too much information. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You'll see part 2 tomorrow with my beautiful wife, Amanda. Woo! Hey, hit that like and subscribe button, everybody. Hit that like and subscribe button. Beep, boop, beep. Boo-boo!